The energy minister wakasa akyem sɛ enokora ye baako pɛ sɛ ebia wo Ghana mu na wo hwɛ sɛ ɛna me ne wo kasa yi dum so no a ɛwɔ hɔ no to betwa de agye sɛ ɛnte saa ensam titi nyina sɛ na sɛ yɛnka ne andundum pa ne no ɛno energy minister obɛka ya na yenya monidi mpo ɛna ɔhyɛ ase sai na nado ɛkɔ no nkane awodi gya ye wo hwɛ betime yusu be some few minutes some few days and no 3 days gra na so ɛba na nkane na gyina so a be 2 weeks after 2 weeks and another de na wodi gya 2 weeks at least na ko akɔdwa ma so akɔtobi ɛna te sankane abobɔ nani sɛ bɔ na dum na so bɔ na dum na so yadwuma de ne yɛ bre papa na abusua ɛno ɛna te sɛ okopie mu one of the radio station no mu busan sɛ aso energy minister na poor baby oba ya sankane ndundum dodo no so ke me nana aden de ye de bosum yesi won ye de airpen fan won because ye bre ne wa chi need himself bosum say ye adwuma nipa bi yesaji kan ye dum wawu ebi coaster say was 1 month na 1 month de ekwa happy na che say money honeymoon na John Dramani Mahama kan na no na mo pesa mo ye na and then nya sam kitwa na de entie ni ntiremu na kire wa message was so FP so ema me.
Okay.
First of all, system now you're inheriting are very challenged.
Okay.
Obi a what sector enim say enema edin. We've inherited a very weak energy sector. October 2024 20th. And in case almost shut West African pipeline no more maintenance.
Sure.
Abang decided say more shut it. Because no one say a shut here. Challenge baba. Yeah. Elections will draw. You expect that government equal election just 2 months. To catch on some fan call February.
Okay.
But now January cry. Yazumi office. Okay, I made the two. We didn't have enough light crude oil. We didn't have HFO. Distillate fuel crowd and just 5 hours. And I'm the two. Just we have a major challenge. That's what we've inherited. I mean, I've just done about 2 weeks. Near a binding my and then you could say it is open solutions are all immediate solutions and a medium-term solutions and a long-term solutions. Nti wapo focus a pipe and there's almost shut it. Timenu ka say be na watching be mienu ni miensani. Oma shut pipeline no.
Mo yes maintenance.
Mo yes pigging exercise no.
Yes.
E china kra me call tema.
Okay.
Na many media for. Nti we me invite asempa. Ne nyina ya kohwe ne ekoso.
Sure.
Nti what you do is immediately na say okotofa ngo. Ne friend liquid fuel. Nti President Mahama Dauruma ya tore light crude oil 450,000 barrels.
CCR.
Aba.
Okay.
Ya tore diesel and distillate fuel 40,000 metric tons.
Okay.
And ya tore HFO 20,000 metric tons. And to me for you end of the pigging period, he has order another 20,000. And yes, kaketwa. No boy dem papa. Fuel and ya tore. So many can say we have enough fuel.
In Ghana,
in tank. But because of pipeline, on your plant, you know it. Plants can be a dual fuel.
Yeah.
You can't dual fuel, a bit more you use gas, a bit more you use liquid fuel. Plant with say TT1 PP, 100 megawatts, and yeah, Juma.
But I don't know dual.
We a free system control center.
Okay.
Supply outlook February 20th.
Okay.
Due to the ongoing pigging exercise of the West African gas pipeline, gas supply to the thermal plants in Tema is 0 mm-SCF.
Okay.
As you can see, 0
mm-SCF, sure.
Because both gas are free Takradiaba and the gas are free Nigeria.
But off.
Off.
Okay.
And now here's what pigging no. Where your video you can see.
Yeah.
Subsea no more lower no.
Sure.
My old one no me
okay.
And now pig the new one on the shemoni.
Okay.
E be duru senior 2 months.
Wow.
Nti ama plants ni be
and a gas from Atuabo no and also you use WAPCO for pipeline.
Okay. There's no gas at Batema.
Okay.
The expects are around 2nd on Bewie
of March.
Okay. Nti Mieka say we have just enough generation to meet demand. We have no reserves. Njaya say neck and neck. The fuel ya dear Banya, ye be nyina say immediately within 1 month there. You bet me over tofu not enough. Never they cry. Now their my plants are a bit more use liquid fuel. But always you need a 20% reserve margin.
Yes.
Confident no, but could be my touch kakra. The weekend you say, and if you no bako any problem tapco. Engineers no worked overnight in less than 48 hours they brought it back. Until they say we here near grid for their brain. Export to Sonabel will be reduced to 90 instead of 150. Export to CIA will be reduced to 70 instead of 120. Export to CEB will be reduced to 30 instead of 100. Consequently, no load management will be required during the off-peak period.
The off-peak period, okay.
The peak period, no, so near lower more.
Lower exports volumes
to zero. Zero. Now even Valco, yes, I'm chiomo about 30 just to hold. Nti oye no ebi na plant bibi kakra ba na a lower kakra. Now you have a challenge, but immediately you try to bring it up. Until we've been doing our very best to hold the system. That's one.
You have Mustafa Gbande on the line or making some claims be say ye musa or private car wo fie CCI Petroleum Commission car was our return here onfa enkoye me patrol
what's when
Mustafa Gbande or a deputy director of operations at the presidency or say deputy general secretary of the NDC.
Okay, very well.
Yes.
Your line also.
Me patrol your line also.
I'm very surprised say a whole party deputy general secretary and also deputy director of operations at the presidency of the Republic of Ghana will, without facts, come on a reputable radio station like Asempa and come and spew out lies, blatant lies. Let me tell you, I was given a letter signed by Dr. Callistus Mahama on the 17th of January, revoking my appointment as Chief Executive of Petroleum, Office of the Petroleum Commission. On that day, when I got a letter, the first thing I did, the letter said that my appointment is revoked with immediate effect. It was about 4 o'clock. Now, me the winding down for the day. So I left the office, took everything that was mine because I'd already packed and everything, done my handing over note. So I left. When I left, the next thing I did was to call the transport officer of the Petroleum Commission, a lady, and said, Madam, I got a letter at 4 p.m. this 17th of January. I have 2 Petroleum Commission assigned vehicles with me, a V8 and a saloon car. Tomorrow morning, please send 2 drivers to my house, which is Saturday 18th. I did a letter and gave it to one of the drivers to go and deliver. So 2 drivers came to my home, took the saloon car, plus the V8, and took them to the Petroleum Commission. The transport officer received the vehicles and signed, having received them in good condition. Call any member of staff of the Petroleum Commission management. And so, ono, your friend said, no, Mustafa Gbande, no. In what capacity then will he come and make this kind of allegation against my person? Petroleum Commission gave me 2 vehicles. All those 2 vehicles have been parked at the Petroleum Commission from the 18th, Saturday 18th of January. So what is he talking about? Saturday when no more no beating here. Now 7 NDC supporters no Omako. Then they will go and attack people. Please, Mustafa Gbande, let me caution you. If you are working with President Mahama, do your work. If you are working with the government, do your work. But don't go about spewing lies and untruths. Please, respect yourself.
Mustafa.
Yeah.
Enti, what's your lawyer Egbert Fabel? What do you say to the
also hand over cars
also hand over to the Okana and Tron or baby?
No problem, because I board meeting as well.
Mustafa me
Mustafa. You will finish the question.
Mustafa. Lawyer me patron meba ho nya abotre me. Mustafa. Car na de no okwate wo hen se car park ni fie.
Oh dear, me say one faka bia. Actually was member.
Mustafa, me pacho. Or see on far car, there is record to show say
let me tell Obi, coming country.
Yeah, Mustafa, me too.
Egbert is my brother.
Please, you are not my brother. I cannot be your brother. You don't come from the same region. You are not my brother. Don't make that mistake.
On the car.
Don't make that mistake. Don't make that mistake. You cannot be my brother. You are not my brother.
A bunch of people who have sat down and mismanaged the thing, mismanaged your, accused your officers, and you don't want us to confront him.
Mustafa, he has confronted you with the fact that he's returned the 2 cars. Record shows that the transport officer at the Petroleum Commission taking delivery of the 2 cars. In those facts, were put in a bear. What do you have to say?
You have put the one question to bear.
Yes.
I will leave the facts close because I asked a question and he's given an answer. Say he has submitted 2 cars.
Yes.
That was the first question I asked.
Yes.
Okay. So we should leave it there. But I'm saying
on that specific question,
it doesn't mean the issue will be left to rest. I'm saying,
please, nobody. Let me tell you, Mustafa Bande is not the only rooster in this country. I'm telling him that in an era of insecurity, where NDC and government operatives are going around issuing all kinds of threats to people, I will not sit down for a character like Mustafa Bande go on radio and go and lie and malign me. Obi.
Yes.
Obi. I'm also asking you. Kindly call Petroleum Commission.
What will be your definition of malignment?
And ask them.
Okay.
How many vehicles they assigned me on assumption of duty, and how many vehicles I can return to them following my departure from office.
Very well.
It's very simple.
We'll do that. The other question.
Ask him the other question.
Mustafa Nyabutre. The other question, Egbert, on board meetings. Say even when transition team discussions you held as many as 5 or so board meetings.
Your friend is saying Minya Obi.
Yes, lawyer.
First of all, I don't account to someone like Mustafa Bande. Let me explain
Mustafa,
hold on.
No, I wouldn't let him talk to me the way he wants to go.
Lawyer.
With due respect to you and all our listeners,
yes.
If you know corporate governance, who is it? The chief executive who calls board meetings?
No, the board chairman.
Good. So assuming what he is even claiming is even true, why is he trying to ask me? I'm a member of the board, or I was a member of the board. I was not a chairman. In any event, if the board chairman even called meetings, can I?
This is lame.
Mustafa,
he has very good reasons to call
CEO, not
in any event, Katia Mustafa said, Unquestioned Presidential Transition Act in Ghana, the schedule, it provides that the tenure of all persons who are on the board of any state, your friend saying entity, lapses on the day a new president is sworn in office. The day a new president is sworn in office is fixed on the 7th of January. So is he trying to suggest that when at the elections, December 7, December 9, about results were declared, no board in this country should have held a meeting? Please.
So you see?
Okay.
I think that from one allegation
from your explanation,
allegation of having kept a vehicle or vehicles, now he's moved to board meetings.
No, I actually made a litany of things. I raised a litany of issues, three main issues.
Yes.
You have not denied that 5 board meetings were held in a row during transition period.
I have not even answered your question.
You are going to hide behind transition act and hiding behind a board chairman to say that
any board meetings were held. You, Mustafa Bande, who are you and what is your locus and capacity to challenge the board meetings?
I am exposing you. I'm exposing you.
Capacity?
I want the public to know
Please.
How you run Petroleum Commission.
The public will also know that you have no low cost.
You went as far as doing recruitment.
You have no low cost to recruitment.
You did recruitment during transition.
That are not in your purview.
Okay. And you are the elites we have in this country. The ones who hold themselves as elites.
Let's finish with the final question. Egbert, he also made the point, say, within that period, no recruitment, even after the elections, the Petroleum Commission.
Please. As you very well know, the Petroleum Commission is part of the public services of Ghana.
Yes.
We don't just get up and appoint and what do you call it? Let me tell you, and I'll take my opportunity to tell you, to tell you this. Each interview that we held interviews between September, October, and I think the last ones were in November. When people have done their interviews, with the Public Services Commission representatives sitting in the interviews, we don't straight away go ahead and issue them, your friends saying, appointment letters. You go for your medicals. We also write to the institutions whose certificates you claim you have. You understand? For them to validate your bona fides as to whether or not we can certificate and our body way and our body way. So when those issues, those checks take some time to come, what do you do as chief executive? That because you have board approval and those checks and all those things have delayed, and because you shouldn't issue the letters. Yeah, so they were done, but they were not done. No interview was done in December. No, they were done earlier, and we did checks. Apart from medicals, people's universities had to be written to validate their certifications. Those took some time. That is how come you realize that some appointments were made in November to take effect in January. And let me also tell you, because of the public service budgeting cycle and the commission's budgeting cycle, you just don't get up towards the last quarter when you hire people or you have people and say that add them to the budget, because the budget has been approved for 2025 and provision has been made for hiring of hands, new hands. So their appointments were then to take effect in January, so that the budget we began the year 2024 with will go to its logical conclusion. These are all management matters that if you are not privy to, you behave like the way Mustafa is behaving and come and talk the way anyhow.
So you find the decision to revoke all these appointments so very unfair, right?
Those are all, in my candid opinion, political, and the public services should be devoid of politics. And so those who have elected to go political with these things, let them go that route. I believe that the people who have been affected also know their rights, and that if they elect to vindicate their rights, we'll all be in this country and we'll know that it is wrong or right for anyone on assumption of office to do what they have purported to do.
When you took over office or Petroleum Commission, Omwa na ebia NDC time omanya adwuma o Petroleum Commission no o ma ebi mo kwotena afia na did you vote
go and check Petroleum Commission. My record is there. I did not terminate anyone's appointment. Indeed, what I even did was that when I went there were people on contract employees that who had been engaged by my predecessor. I called my top management and I said, listen, I don't think we have money to pay if we what we call it, retain them on permanent basis as full-time employees. The director of finance said, yes, why not? We have money to pay. I said, listen, it is not good for anyone to come here and be doing what you call it, contract staff. We are contract staff, but what happens is that at the end of the month, while the regular staff are getting their social security payments, so contract staff won't be. Yes, no, this is not fair. Let people, when you have them in an environment, they become disenchanted, they become disillusioned. So let's regularize all of them. And they were regularized. That is the record. That is the record I left behind there. It's a public record. You can go to Petroleum Commission and check.
Obi.
Okay. Egbert, my yes, Mustafa, finally.
Obi.
Yes.
Obi.
Mustafa meeting.
This dancing around the fire.
I'm dancing around the fire. Which fire have you said? Which fire have you said?
Please, can you let me land? I beg you with respect. Can you let me land?
Don't be using. You went on. I heard you. You went on UTV. Did the same. you've gone on a few other stations and did it. So people called me. I didn't want to react. But I'm telling you here now that I'm a liar. You're a liar. You are uninformed. You are full of malice. That's what I'm telling you.
You've had your time. Keep quiet.
You are full of malice. You are actuated by malice. And I will not sit down for you to say my name. What do you mean?
These are malicious individuals hiding behind political colors.
You are a criminal individual. You are a criminal individual.
Justifying.
You are a criminal individual.
Can you let me land?
You are a criminal individual.
Can you let me land?
You are a criminal individual. What do you mean malicious individual?
You are justifying an unethical conduct.
You are a criminal individual. You Mustafa Bande. And I'm telling you.
Lawyer, me patron me yentie no me.
Matter, don't go and bring criminals who don't have the fact. Even you, I don't want to raise the issue, but for a good Samaritan who heard that this had gone on and called me for me to call in, but you were going to allow this to stay. Obi, you are going to allow this.
You haven't.
We were going to call you, lawyer.
You are going to call me.
We were going to call you.
Yes. After Mustafa had spewed his lies on your rather refutable network.
Which one?
Obi,
Which one is the
lawyer?
I respect you a lot. Don't let them go that route.
No, lawyer.
You have just used 10 minutes to dance around fire without saying anything.
That is your understanding of the issue.
Held about 5 board meetings during transition.
And I have the conviction that
I have also said that you done recruitment within the period of transition. You are jumping around.
I'll return.
Okay, gentlemen, let me end it here.
Obi, I think that I should react to this one. It's not fair.
Listen, do it in 30 seconds.
Obi, yes. Let me tell you, this gentleman came on and spewed lies about me. I came on
the same thing I've said elsewhere is what we are dealing with now. Let me talk.
I'm telling you and him to go to.
You are dancing around the fire. Please, let me also
talk. Vehicles too that were assigned to me are not part at the Petroleum Commission from the 18th of January.
I will not insult you, but the listeners will judge you.
Okay.
The listeners, the people of Ghana will judge you. You, Egbert, the people of Ghana will judge you. That you've done recruitments and ethically during transition.
Very well. Thank you, gentlemen. Mama Yemfa NC. It seems Obia and I just want money young Kwen Kasa. Inti yedi wene ebesi waha na yenti.